As far as fan favorites go, the UFC has plenty of them. Sean O'Malley, Paddy Pimblett, Derek Lewis are just a few who fans love not only for their fighting styles, but mainly for their personalities. Another fan favorite that's emerged in recent years is UFC heavyweight contender Tai Tuivasa. While he was and still is known for his post-win shoey celebration where he drinks beer out of a stranger's shoe, and no, we're not kidding about that, Tuivasa has shown significant improvements as a fighter. And so he'll more than likely pose problems for his next opponent in Sergei Pavlovich when they compete against each other on December 3rd next month. Sure, Tuivasa was knocked out in his last fight, which was a pivotal ranked heavyweight encounter with former title challenger Ciryl Gane. But we need to put things in context. Many may not know this, but Tuivasa was cut from the UFC in 2019 following a 3-fight losing streak that saw him suffer defeats to Junior Dos Santos, Blagoy Ivanov, and Sergei Spivak. He would eventually return a year later, but in that year, he clearly worked hard on his game as he returned with a bang. After knocking out Stefan Struve in the first round, Tuivasa went on to knock out the likes of Harry Hunsucker, Greg Hardy, Augusto Sakai, and most impressively, Derek Lewis. That 5-fight winning streak was enough to earn him a shot at Gane, who was coming off a unanimous decision defeat to Francis Ngannou in their heavyweight title fight. Prior to that setback, Gane was undefeated and seen, and still is by many today, as a future champion of the heavyweight division. And so despite Gane's defeat to Ngannou, Tuivasa was a big underdog going into the fight. And he may have even upset the odds when he became the first fighter to knock Gane down in the UFC after a powerful right hand. However, Gane eventually survived and managed to hurt Tuivasa with body and head kicks. Tuivasa showed heart as he continued fighting back, even playing possum after eating a monstrous head kick. But Gane eventually proved to be too much for him, as the Frenchman ended up with a knockout win after rocking the Aussie hard. Tuivasa's stock still went up in defeat, and Bam Bam will be looking to return to the win column with a bang. Pavlovich won't be an easy task, however. The Russian is a stocky, mean heavyweight who's won his last 4 fights by knockout, even if many believe his win over Lewis was an early stoppage. Given the power of Tuivasa, it wouldn't be a surprise to see Pavlovich take the fight to the ground. At the same time, Pavlovich wasn't scared to bang with Lewis, so we could end up seeing a brawl here, much to the delight of just about every MMA fan. One thing's for sure, if his performance against Gane didn't do it, a definitive win over Pavlovich would prove that Tuivasa's here to stay in the heavyweight title picture, and for a while as well.